Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostle nails of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua have mercy upon you. Alright, y'all. Damn. I can't even really. Let me see something here. Hold y'all, wait a minute. Gotta click a few things here. At first, I'm thinking that this is a skit, right? I said it's got to be a skit, but hey, turns out it's not, right? But if it is, it's a very good skit. But in these situations like this here happens all the time with who? None other than what? Than Eve. No other than Eve, man. You know, I'm just highlighting the wickedness of Eve. Well, the so-called sisterhood. Let me put it that way. And you know, I try to tell my partner all the time, right? That I be talking to sometime, right? When you do call me, he ain't working. These young girls just as worse as these older women, man. And I'm going to give you a great and prime example of what I'm talking about. Because you got to understand that, you know, I know grandma and was out there and not that bad, but a lot of the things that they have now, they didn't have back then. And women these days, this new generation, they're way, 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 way more promiscuous than the women of the past. Because I knew plenty of women that made it to high school and were still virgins. Yeah, during my time. But you know, women, guys like to say, you know, they like I'm young. It does not matter. You have to judge a book by its cover. You know, not saying that all, you know, not trying to, I'm compare older women with younger women. I mean, that's really no comparison when it comes to, you know, fruitfulness, should I say, right? Because a lot of older women, they ran through too, so. Because they are in the era, this time, which is this era, and this time in this era is what? Is filled with nothing but wickedness, man. And it's hard to find a so-called sister that's on point. So let's get into the video, man. Oh, the name of the video, she gave this dude that package. Let me turn this up. I'm gonna try to let it play through, y'all, but it's gonna be kind of hard. It's 3 minutes, but I'm gonna let it play.
Why? I just came from the doctor, and they said that I test positive for HIV. What's going on?
What?
I got my prescription and what's going on?
HIV.
Man, that's the same thing I said. What's going on? What's going on with you?
No, what's going on with you?
No, what's going on with
I
you?
ain't been with you.
So you ain't been doing it?
No.
So we ain't been doing it?
No.
Man.
So really?
Oh my God.
Let me see that paper.
You gave me that. I know you the only person I've been messing with, man.
It takes 2 refills. So,
Man, stop playing with me, man.
So you been at this. You on your second refill.
You did it. You gave it to me. Stop playing with me.
You on your second refill. Why is you playing with me?
Man, quit playing with me. You know you did.
No,
I just left the doctor. Now I gotta.
And you see why I didn't give you none, so you have to go run on.
God, John.
You did it with a straight dog. That's your problem. You can't touch me no more. You gotta get up out of here.
And then you blaming it on me. You know you the only person I've been sleeping with, Lex.
No.
Stop playing with me.
I'm gonna take a picture of this and
Man, give me my stuff, man. You know you gave it to me, man. You know you gave that to me.
Finna send it to your mom.
You know you gave that to me though, man.
Move. This.
You know you did.
This not. No. Me?
Yes, you gave that to me, man.
No, you didn't.
What you mean? You the one that.
No. I have
Really?
not been sleeping with you.
Really?
I have not been sleeping with you.
So you haven't been sleeping with me?
No. Yes, I've been sleeping with you, but I haven't been doing the do with you.
Oh God, job, man.
You.
I never thought in my life that I would get this, man.
You on your second ring.
I never in my life thought I would get this from you.
It said you on your second ring.
You gave it to me.
So, after the second
Man, I don't want to hear none of that. You gave it to me, man. I don't want to hear none of that. You a narcissist. You acting delusional right now. You know you gave that to me, man. You know you did. Stop with all the lies, man.
Look at that look, y'all. I know. I couldn't resist, man. Look at that look, man. This young lady here is too calm, especially just finding out that she got that package. That the man got the package. Let me just allegedly say that he got the package, right? And she too calm. She gave it to him. This is hard, young boy. This is hard, man. This is hard. Look at her. She can't even hold a straight face. Wicked, man. When I say wicked, wicked.
It's eating you up in the inside. You don't even know what you finna say.
No.
It's eating you up. It's eating you up. You know you gave this to me, man. You know you gave that to me, man. You know you did. You dead wrong, man. You wrong. You wrong, man. You wrong. You wrong, man. You gave that to me, dog. Man, get out of here, man. Get your stuff, man. Get out of here, man. Man, get your stuff and get out of here, man.
He thought he caught him a young tender, y'all. That's all it was. He thought he caught him a young tender. And he found out what? He found out the hard way. That package. They don't get rid of that. He found out the hard way. He don't have no knowledge of how to get rid of nothing. You know, he's a lame. And we...
Pick that up.
Man, you know. Get your stuff and get out of here, dog.
I'm not going nowhere.
You gotta go get checked out.
No, that's what happened.
I got it, and I know you got it. You gotta go get checked out. You better stop playing with your. You better stop playing with your body. You better stop playing with your body, man. You better go get checked out. I'm not playing with you. Get up, man. Get on my sheets, man. I gotta get whole new comforts, I'm finna get a whole new bed set. I gotta get a whole new bed. I ain't trying to get nothing else. I ain't trying.
Nothing else. This over with. He sound lame. It's over with. What you mean? Nothing? You ain't trying to get nothing else? It's over with.
I didn't get nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Get up, man. I gotta change my sheets, dog. I gotta change my sheets, dog. Get up. I gotta change. I gotta get a whole new comfort, a whole new mattress, man. For real. You dead. You wrong. You wrong, man. I don't got no words for you. Pack your stuff up. I'm finna go get my prescription. I want you out of here, man. Pack your stuff up for real. I'm not playing with you.
Well, y'all here, right? No such thing as young and innocent, y'all. Young and innocent. They're what? They grown, man. When you old enough to do the do, you old enough to lay down with a man or whatever. I mean, ain't no telling who. You know she got it from one of them old Jakes with them pants sagging on their ass. You know that's where she got it from. And I don't tell how long she had it. And but one thing about you know, I'm gonna just say, you know, they good. If this is a skit, they good. But these type of things happens though in the hood. Let me read some comments, y'all. Let me read some of these comments here. You know, stuff like this happens in the hood. I don't know if it's gonna come over here. I gotta go up with it. Let's see. Let's see. They ain't coming up, y'all. The comment won't come up. Oh, there you go. Okay, here we go. Here we go over here. They're over here, y'all. Y'all can't see them. I ain't gonna move it. Y'all know me. I go straight to the comments. Emily Haster says, what y'all think about this? And her response is here. Jennifer Bluette says, like she said, he's on his second refill. She knows where she got it from now. Why ain't that so? Oh my goodness gracious. Boy, I tell you, boy, hey, the sisterhood ain't shit, man. The sisterhood will ride with some BS, man. Like on, anybody with good common sense would know that this woman clearly gave this man that shit, man. Because if she wasn't, she would not be that calm. She too calm. Oh Lord. Cade says, I think she knew she had it and is trying to flip it on him. You can hear the pain in his voice. Exactly. That's the reaction of a person that that's the reaction that she should have. Especially now she found out that, okay, we just say that she don't have it, right? But she found out that he got it. She should have jumped straight up out that bed. Because that's what I would have did. Jump straight up out that bed. He can cure it also, but her karma coming for her. Let somebody know a little something. His name is Bruce Lee Hernandez. Says to Country Messiah, he can cure it also, but her karma coming for her. Yeah, it's gonna come for her. Because see, the next person she lays down with and don't tell him and give it to her, he might delete her. Ain't nobody playing like that. Everybody don't know the overall secrets and in medicines and stuff like that. But like I always say, I mean, they good. They good. If it's a skit, they do it. They good. Country say, I mean, as Gemini says, what do we think about this? You putting out fake videos that's like 5 years old. We don't know that. So, Country Messiah said, I think it's a skit. That's what I said too, right? But hey, things like this happen though, and Eve not taking accountability for her actions. All of that is what? It's natural. It's natural behavior what that Eve will have. If what just say it's skit or not, but guess what? We using it for edification and highlighting what the wickedness of Eve. So since that's a, I'm a where I go in the more? I don't know. I might. Robert Chatter Haman say jail time. Let me see. This is stupid. Let me see something here. That's Laney. She said, see these women talking about it's a skit and all that. I don't believe it's a skit until until I know otherwise. But let's see. Let's read on. This stupid. Why would you record this? Just stupid. That's Ebony. Because you would have did the same thing. Women are already talking about why would you record? Why you recording this and recording that? Y'all record when you in the restaurant eating. Y'all record everything. And got to my why would you record this? Why would you record it? You supposed to out them. Keep her from what? From laying down with somebody else and giving it to him. Okay, Emily says she too calm. She is. Way too calm. Kevin Pearson says, what do I think? She needs to get tested to confirm it's 100%. After that, life has to go on afterward without her. She knew she had it. This is what Sabrina says. Sabrina says she knew she had it. She too calm for me. Yeah, I don't think it's a skit. I could be wrong. all this misinformation that's that people put out on these social media sites. Hey, at any moment, but you can use whatever it is for real situations, because this is what happens daily in the hood, whether it's real or not, right? You can see it under her eyes that she got that shit, that Prince Payne. Prince Payne also says to Terry Gordon, at that point, bro, locked in for life. No need to get locked up in a cell for life too. Mark Carello says, the whole time she's not even worried about it, if she has it or not. My personal opinion, I don't think it's a skit. But somebody says it's a skit from 2 years ago, but I don't think it's a skit. If it is, it's a very good skit. And facts remain, like I said, facts remain that these things happen. And I know, I know a situation, a young lady I dated, right, back in the days, and this was in the 80s. Her brother was caught up in this same situation, right? And her brother, probably about 3 years older than me, 3-4 years older than I was. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure what his age is, man. Age was, but it was a woman in the neighborhood. But see, back then, that's about when that's the first incident I ever heard of a man and a woman having that, and that was in 85. I think it was like 85, and right before that, they was talking about during that time some man was in the over there in Africa and sleeping with a monkey and this and that there. That's Esau. Esau love putting misinformation out there and love giving y'all stuff, and then y'all turn around and repeat the madness that Esau Edom give you all. And who repeats lies for Esau Edom like it's going out of style? Eve. Tell Eve something, the whole world gonna know it overnight, right? But back to him, right? Her brother, this girl was known, and she was very pretty. When I tell you, and back then, at High Yellow, she was High Yellow, and she had funny eyes, with I don't know if they were gray or green or whatever. She had them gray or green eyes, so she was back then. That was a plus, because light skin did matter back then, right? Before all of the other stuff came along. She had it was known that rumored that she had it, and it was rumored that a couple guys died right after they laid out with her. They died. She just was a carrier. She was a carrier of it, but she wasn't dying, right? And I don't remember her dying. She could have died. What? I didn't keep it with it, whatever. But I knew of what they say. Where her older sister was telling me that her brother, outside of him, 2 other guys died when they caught it from her. And you know what? You know how we used to tell, or used to give some type of inclination or something that's saying that, hey, she got it. I mean, hey man, I think you got that thing. Their hair used to get real fine, real. I mean, lay down like Esau Edom hair, but not well. I don't lay down. Esau Edom hair is frizzy, but like it's real curly or something. When they go taking that medicine, and they have taking that medicine for that disease, and it wasn't. He slept with her. I think he was gone in about 90 days. About 90 days, he was deleted, man. Gone. So, hey, it is what it is. Let's read a few more. Larry Booker now says, way too calm. She's way too calm. That's a major charge, right? So J. Ross say, right. My man hurts. My man's hurt. I feel his pain. I would have caught a murder case. Yeah. Because, hey, man, it's over with for you. If you don't have no knowledge and understanding concerning what, you know what I mean. These are all, okay, here's a woman right here, right? Why is it all women saying it's a skit? All these women saying it's a skit. Okay, let's read her. She said, this is Country Beauty Ross says, these are all skits. Same room, same baby, same girl, same blue blanket that he had on video, talking about the girl gave him HIV. Anything for what? For content. Yeah. Have to what? Make money. So somehow I guess even those Google images are fake. Laughing my ass off, making it seems as though it's them. I don't know. Sabrina Morrison, my thoughts. Exactly. Hold up, y'all. I think that might have been it. No, I have more replies right here. Here we go. And get some more. Here goes some more replies right here. I came to say the same thing. Kev B. Taylor say reporter has her ass to the police. Reporter her. Hey, look, y'all. I'm just reading the comment, y'all. He said reporter her. Me, he trying to say report her ass to the police. She tested positive. She goes to jail, right? Jay Solo says way too calm. He said, "On God, that part. Big facts. That's the same thing I was thinking." Rashawn says was just finna say that. Edward says, especially the part about the refill, the BRTCH. When you get pics, they will say how many refills you have left, not how many you had already. David says, I agree. If I didn't have it and found out a chick was fooling with, came up to me with that paper, I would hit the effing floor. Yeah, too calm. Jerk, who got a name Jerk, man? Jerk Wade. Good Lord, man. What he is? That Negro? No, I don't know what he is. She should have been on the on the medication. That could have made her undetermined, but she couldn't spread it. But instead she didn't give a F. What is she talking about, man? You see how lost these people be, man. People be lost like hell, man. Pharaoh says, exactly, she is way too calm. Facts. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So, hey, same bed, same sheets, whatever the girl said, whatever. You know, I really don't take a lot of things that Eve say, because Eve always defending one another. The sisterhood, they defend one another. Whether it's true, if it's true or not, they're always gonna defend us. So guess what? We're gonna take it as it is. All right. Like I said earlier, man, you know, black women, man, they are evil, man. They are very evil, man. And they never take responsibility for their reckless and nasty behavior. It's just like their evil partners, Esau, Edom, y'all. The witches, the wicked of the earth. Let's Google something right quick. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. Let's see. Reckless behavior.
Reckless behavior means acting without thinking about potential dangers or consequences. It involves knowingly taking risks, which can include unsafe driving or substance abuse. This behavior often stems from impulse control issues, peer pressure, or mental health problems, and can lead to legal or personal problems.
See, these things here, reckless behavior is, people that have reckless behavior, I make it my damnness and my business not to what, and not to be around them, because again, reckless behavior is what, acting without care for potential dangers and consequences, and who reacts, like Eve does. Let me just say a woman, period, right? Who react like them? They react. They can have a gun in it. They can have a gun in their hand, man, and have their hand on the trigger, not thinking the consequences of their actions, and just not really truly meaning to what, to delete somebody, but they can delete you, man, just off of what, their actions. That's reckless behavior. Is acting without care for potential dangers or what, consequences involving a conscious disregard for risk to oneself or others, seen in actions like unsafe driving, substance abuse, unprotected sex, boom, or self-harm, often stemming from from impulse control issues, peer pressure, or underlying. And that peer pressure is hell, man, because you have a lot of these little young girls, they be hanging out with these older girls. Like, I mean, y'all know that understand that 2 to 3 years, 2, 3, 4 years older than the next person, you can have a great influence over that person's life. Meaning what? That goes into peer pressure, right? She's young and don't really know the streets, and someone we just say she's 21 and she's 18. 22 and she's 18. That's a great jump in influence over a person's impulses or control. Goes into what, peer pressure or underlying mental health conditions like what, depression. And a lot of these, who's more monkey see monkey do. Eve does that. They be on social media all day long. What do they do on social media? Follow the actions of what? Of each other. This is what they do. Another thing I want to highlight was accountability. Yeah. Let's do that. No accountability.
No accountability means not taking responsibility for actions, which erodes trust and leads to poor performance. It can also cause low morale, blame shifting, and a toxic environment. This happens when people avoid commitments and make excuses, ultimately hindering growth.
Who that sound like? Who do that sound like? No accountability means what? Failing to take ownership for what? For one's actions and their consequences. Her consequences of her actions are what? Of him giving that man something that he, normally can't get rid of. And that's what? That's death. And she's what? Calm as hell. Leading to what? Eroded trust, poor performance, low morals, blame shifting. Who we know women blame shift all the time. And Eve, but she would never take responsibility for her wicked behavior, man. Low moral, blame shifting, and what? In a cycle of what? Of toxicity in personal and what? In professional settings, untimely hindering growth and creating instability because individuals drift and avoid responsibility. Women in the West, they avoid responsibility, and they never take responsibility for their actions. And their actions are what? It does not even matter whether the outcome of her actions are what? Or death. If often manifests as blaming others, making excuses, and avoiding commitments, creating culture where standards slip and what productive suffers. Signs of lack of accountability, blaming others. Victim mentality. Okay, blaming others always what? Pointing fingers instead of what? Accepting responsibility. Victim mentality. Playing the victim to avoid accountability for one's role in a situation. And this is exactly what's going on. No accountability. Making excuses, failing to what? To follow through what? No promises without valid reasons. Poor performance consistently, missing deadlines, or producing low quality work, eroding trust, damaging relationship due to what? Unreliability. Drifting, this is a good one. Making poor decisions because there's no perceived consequences or authority to what? To answer to. This is why the Most High made an example out of y'all by what? By putting you to death. Right? If you all knew that your action would lead you to you getting deleted, you wouldn't do that. So it's better to fear the Lord first than to what? What that term they be using, they love to use. God damn it. It'll come back to me. But anyway, even the serpent, Esau, Edom, you can best believe this here. They have caused more deaths of so-called African American men than all other races together. Yeah, I said that. And the numbers are there. But guess what? They hidden. They are hidden. Right? Can't highlight ease, man, or wickedness, because why? And not speak on Esau, Edom. You can't highlight theirs and not speak on Esau, Edom, because they're one and the same, man. They both are. Solomon, y'all know who Solomon, the most wisest man that ever walked the earth. Solomon was the most wisest man that ever walked the earth. And the earth, but you know what? In his old age, he began to do what? He began to allow himself to what? Allow these, should I say, these loud, wicked women to cause him to what? To go off. I said this to say, you have to truly hold yourself together, man, when dealing with an evil woman, man. Which most are in Babylon, America. Most of these women are evil, man, and they evil. Let's get into the scriptures. Y'all know where I'm going first. Bear with me. Which is Ecclesiastes 25 and verse 13, right? Give me any plague but the plague of heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And any affliction but the affliction from them that what? That hate me. And any revenge but the revenge of what? Of an enemy. Esau and Eve, they hate you, Jake. Both of them, they hate you. You seen the video I did? I think I did about a month and a half ago. You seen the video? Well, I don't know. It's videos of going around these women, these so-called black women, saying that they want to delete all black men, so-called black men. So you tell them that that's not evil. That's not something even Esau Edom says out his mouth. And you telling me they don't hate you and they not your enemy? Shit. Okay. You wake up or you find yourself in situations as such, right? Verse 15. There is no head above the head of a serpent. And right now today, Esau Edom, the wicked, he's that serpent of the earth. He's Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. This is why we can't get what? Decent nothing. Food, water, you name it. These are what? In the pleasures of this world that he uses to what? To push Jake to doing, wickedness. And what do Eve do? Eve got more power than Esau Edom. Cause she used what? Lust. And we all what? Lust. So she using lust to what? To work her hand, which is what? To do evil. There's no head above the head of a serpent, and there's no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. What that is? Micah 7:10. She that is my enemy. She that lies in thy bosom is thy enemy. Keep the, what that is? I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to butcher it, y'all. Verse 5, which was, trust not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lies in thy bosom, which is who? Eve, the so-called black woman. That's your counterpart. And she worked hand in hand with the wicked of the earth. She is what? Is my enemy. She's your enemy. And you can't get around it. She cannot get around it. I had rather dwell with a lion, verse 16, and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. So this young man here is keeping the house with what? A wicked woman. This happens all the time, y'all. Even though it could possibly be a skit, but this happens all the time. And most of the time, who's giving? Y'all gotta understand that if a man catch something, he got to catch it from a woman, regardless of from where he ended. Now he can pass it, but he got to get it from a woman to pass it around. He can't catch, sleeping with with several different women. He can't catch anything unless that woman sleeping with another man. Then he will catch it, because her womb is what? Will create the fungus. Will create what? A discharge, which what makes the disease. A man cannot give a woman anything unless he gets it from a woman, man. Y'all try to push that that dumbness, but most men, if they had true understanding concerning oneself, they would know who gave them anything. All you gotta do is count the days. You gotta know what is what, though. You gotta count the days, and that'll tell you who gave it to you. That's something I learned a long time ago. I remember because back then they used to give us those sex classes. Yeah, you get them in high school all up to college, especially in college. I made sure I got up in there. First Ezra 4:26. Give me a second. First Ezra 4:26. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sake. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for what? For women. Just like I was saying earlier concerning Solomon. Solomon was the most wisest man that ever walked the earth. And what happened? In his old age, he allowed what? These wicked women to what? To control his decision making, and what? And making decisions, because he's now in his old age. This is Eve. Eve. I mean, women. I mean, it's not just Eve, because we know Solomon had many wives of other nations as well. But those women are what caused him to err and not follow the ways of the Most High, Yahweh. So this is what we're in. Yeah, many that there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sake. Jake sound like he soft as drugstore cotton. Soft as drugstore cotton. If Eve was, just say Eve was, it was a skit. Eve played a good role. Eve good. That overall look on her face, but I don't think it's a skit. I don't. But hey, who am I? I don't know what's real and what's fake on these especially stuff like this here. Right? But they say they had more videos. I'm not aware of a whole lot of videos that they have done with the same room and same. That's what Eve said. Now I don't know. It could be true. But hey, I don't take nothing from for face value that Eve said when they're trying to defend another so-called black woman. Because why? They lie all the time. They lie all the time. What I want, Proverbs, y'all know, most of y'all know where I'm going. Well, I guess you're not, but Proverbs 30 and verse, y'all know where I'm going, 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. I ain't give you that. You had 2 refills. Why you ain't got 2 refills? See, that's not a reaction for someone to that someone just told you that the HIV virus that there is a possibility that you can have. That's not a true reaction. That's not a true. That right there is not a true action right there. Hey, she captivated Jake, man, with her young and innocent looks, and along with those lies. But like a fly caught in a web, his end is what? Is death. So Jake, this is your end. This is your end because you allowed her to what? To get you in that trick bag. Hey man, ain't nothing new, man. Ain't nothing new. These women have put a whole lot of men to death, man. Let's go to Proverbs 7 and verse 10. And this is a twofold scripture. We're going to use it in what? Because women they're compared to wisdom anyway. I mean, wisdom is compared to women, right? So this is Proverbs 7 and 10. And behold, there met him what? A woman with the entire of an harlot, and subtile of what? Of heart. Now it goes into what? Philosophy, other philosophies and things. But guess what? Eve dresses like what? A harlot. This is how they attract to get the attention of men. Because I don't care what she look like. If she's walking around here with her behind out, men gonna look whether it look good or not. They still gonna look because it's out. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abideth not in her house. Right? Go into philosophy. But now is she without wisdom. Now in what? In the streets and live and wait at what? At every corner. So she lied and waited for this Jake and got him what? Got him in that trick bag for what? For him to in other words, she took his life. She took his life. If he don't have the understanding concerning how to take care of himself or what and free himself from that, guess what? He's deleted. It's over with. That package is definitely going to kill him. Take him out. Let's back up or go into Proverbs 6 and 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Like she in the house, I mean in the little bedroom or whatever, like she ain't doing no job or working anywhere or doing anything, right? This is the impression that I'm looking at, right? Lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with what? Her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman, and we know that Eve, a lot of our sisters are what? For the most part, most of them, they wicked. Just like most of these men, wicked. Why? Because we're in the devil's kingdom, the wicked of the earth. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. Now he finna lose everything. He ain't gonna be nobody wants to be around nobody that has that. They really don't. If somebody, because why? They don't want to drink around you. They don't want to touch you. That's just something that's in the past that have caused a lot of people pain and grief, man. In the past, because things are as now the days are that we're approaching. A lot of the the lies that was told to us are now being what? Being manifested. That Esau Edom is the reason a lot of that mess happened. Right? For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. It's not that his life, that package. He got that. If he got that package, he's gone. He's finished. You know, Jake sound like he don't know nothing. Nothing. So where I want to go now, real quick, let's go back over here to to the Apocrypha, which is Ecclesiasticus. What that is? I know it's 25, but man, one always. Okay, I know where I want to go. 25 and verse actually 21. 25 and 21. Ecclesiastes 25 and 21. Let's see. 25 and 21. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 25 and 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for what? For pleasure. You know, a lot of these little young ladies walk around here, man, desire her not for pleasure, because why? Because, you know, women that have beauty, they are what? They are subject to have more, lay down with more men, especially during these days, because why? Because they're young and they're what? They're more beautiful and fruitful looking, should I say. Ecclesiasticus 9 and verse 8. Turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. And that goes into you Jakes, man, you so-called men. Because when you're looking at another man's wife, that's that's adultery. Right? Because you already, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by what the beauty of a woman, for herewith with love is kindled as a fire. And Jake is definitely on fire. It's over with. Jake, you finished. So when that note say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokak Kodash, Shalom.